Hello everyone, before we start today's weird experimental episode, I want to tell you about a friend to the Sort of My Comics page and subject to change entertainment, and that is Rosie's Soap Company. They've got a ton of great, creative, handcrafted ideas, soaps, and the like, and some brand new ones to make bath time a little more marvelous, like this month's Avengers Shower Bombs. There's more than enough reasons to check them out, but we thought we'd give you one more. Not only do they flex their mind muscles for creative ideas, but they also use that power for good by donating to various charities each month. This month, 10% of their total sales for themed products will go to Girls Who Code and GoFundMe campaigns for Black-owned comic shops affected by COVID-19. Guys, they sent me and Boba Fett a sample package, and while I can't speak for Bob, I can say on my own behalf that these things smell wonderful. While I haven't gotten a chance to use them yet, I am excited to switch from body gels to these handcrafted soaps. They look great, they smell great. If you want to get your hands on some of these awesome, again, handcrafted, themed soaps like Mr. J, When Life Gives You, or my favorite one that I found on the site, I'm Ron Burgundy? Just go to Rosie's Soap Company on Facebook or visit www.rosiessoaps.com. Again, that's Rosie's Soap Company on Facebook or www.rosiessoaps.com.
Hello everyone and welcome to Sort of My Podcast. My name is Vincent Vin The Human. And right now, I am recording from the cab of my truck. And let me tell you why we're going to do this episode this way. I am currently traveling to Alphaspecter, Odle, James Odle's home. And we're going to kind of do this episode on the road. Sort of My Podcast, Road Rules. But, yeah, so I apologize for the sound of my shitty loud truck. I will try to keep my foot off the gas as much as possible to keep that noise down. Nah, it's not going to be possible. But, we're going to talk about a lot of things today. I don't know, I've been watching a lot of stuff. We'll probably talk about some Stargirl. We'll probably talk about some Dark Knight's death metal. We're probably going to talk about a few different things. First thing that I'll talk about is Stargirl. Let's go ahead and talk about Stargirl, and I'll bring it up throughout the show as I'm at the various places, because Alphaspecter's home is not the only place we're going to visit. But, yes, I have started, actually it started since day one, this new show, Stargirl, based off of the Jeff Johns run, surrounded around Courtney Whitmore taking on the role of Stargirl because Starman staff chooses her. If you're not familiar with the run, it is apparently a great run from what I've heard. I've never read it. I'm vaguely familiar. I shouldn't even say vaguely at this point. I am plenty familiar enough with the JSA. Maybe not so much their villains, because I keep throwing these villains into the mix on this show, and I got no fucking idea who we're talking about most of the time. This most recent episode, Taskmaster. No, that's not even it. Sportsmaster. Taskmaster is Marvel. Sportsmaster is gotten into the mix along with Tigress, and I am familiar with them. But anyways, it's a really great show. I'm fucking loving it. It's really heartfelt. You can tell that they're trying to stay as true to the comics as they possibly can while telling their own story. It's a Greg Berlanti show, so you know you're getting some quality, at least. At the very least, some quality, just from his name alone. And it's got a great cast. I can't remember any of their names, because a lot of them are are new to the scene. There was even this one kid, the new Hour Man, that popped up that I was like, man, I know who the fuck this kid is. Turns out, no idea. I haven't seen a single thing he's been in other than this. But he said this line a certain way, and I was like, I've heard that voice before. But yeah, no, I was mistaken. Anyways, it's really good, and usually I have a rule about I have to see at least if I'm interested in a show and it isn't so bad in the first episode, because there are some shows you just can't move past that pilot. If it is not that bad right off the bat, you get 5 episodes. You get 5 episodes to impress me, to keep me around, and if on the 5th episode I'm still not feeling it, I'm out. We're good. There's been a couple exceptions to that rule. A few people, told me to stick with a few different shows. What was it? Oh, Clone Wars was one of them. Clone Wars was like, it's kind of good in the first season or 2, but it's really made for kids. It doesn't really hit its stride till season 3, and they were right. Oh my God, I'm on season 6 now, and holy shit, that is a Star Wars show. Anyways, back to Stargirl. Like I said, you can tell it's really heartfelt. The costume department is so fucking spot on. They're nailing it, for sure. But yes, 5 episodes in, they locked me in. I was liking it enough to stick with it, but the 5th episode just absolutely is gonna keep me around. I'm in it for the long haul now. It's the episode where they introduce the new Dr. Midnight and the new Hour Man, and then the 6th episode is where we finally get the first technically official formation of the new JSA, and wow, I have not seen a better superhero team-up on television. You could argue that the Arrowverse has done that, but I don't know. This one episode was just, they did it really well. The action was on point. So we are now reaching Alphaspecter's abode, who is supposed to be off at 7:30. So let's see if that's the case. I'm gonna set this down for a second so I can park. And we might go ahead and cut all that out. Oh boy, fucking parking around here is such a dickhole. Okay. Killing power. Kicking the glasses off to the side. Let's go see if Alphaspecter is home. It doesn't look like he is. Usually his door is open. So, let's see what we're dealing with here. Of course, he says home after 7 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock right now, by the way. So, he's not going to be home. He's not going to be home. James. Alphaspecter. I don't think he's home. I'm pretty sure he bought a new vehicle, and I don't believe that I saw that out there. Odle, you here? Well, that was fruitless. We're standing in Alphaspecter's kitchen right now. Man, I may have to scrap this whole fucking thing. Wouldn't that be awful? Oh, Budweiser Nitro Reserve Gold, huh? What is that? I might steal one of those. Hold on. Right here on the podcast, I'm going to go ahead and commit a crime. Now, I've got beer in his fridge, so he can have one of those if he wants. But, I like the look at that. Bummer. Doesn't seem like he has any in his fridge. Okay. Well, this seems like it was all for naught. So let's go ahead and we're going to move on to our next destination, which is Dr. T. Neal Travis Herman's abode. Now that is all the way out in Franklin Furnace. And I was hoping to fill some time on this podcast with a little conversation with Alphaspecter, but sadly, that's not what's gonna happen. So, let's hop in here. We might do another cut while I go ahead and back the fuck out. Alright, let's get pulled out proper. Sounded kind of dirty. Watch Travis not be home either. And he said he had the day off too. So I also discovered that I can't call Boba Fett while voice recording on my cell phone. So I really need one of these guys to be home if I'm gonna get Boba Fett on the podcast. Okay, so anyways, yes, that was my glowing review for Stargirl. Moving on from that, I guess something I really could have talked to Alphaspecter about, I probably was going to talk to him about, was Dark Knight's Death Metal. Now, this is the sequel to Dark Knight's Metal that came out 2018, maybe or early 2019. I want to say 2018. Apparently, I'm low on washing fluid. Anyways, yeah, so here's where Alphaspecter and I both are with this event. I don't know if he has went ahead and just jumped the gun and went ahead and start reading it, but unlike Dark Knight's Death Metal, you have some homework to do if you want to jump into fucking Death Metal. Specifically, you're going to want to have been reading Scott Snyder's run on Justice League. Now, this has been going on for about 39 issues. I believe there's 39 issues of required Justice League reading before you get to start Death Metal. Specifically because they have been dealing with the fallout from Justice League No Justice, the breaking of the Source Wall during Dark Knight's Metal, and the rise of, the Year of the Villain, which ushered in Apex Lex, which is, if you're not familiar, that is a version of Lex Luthor created by the merging of Lex Luthor and Martian Manhunter through the doing of Perpetua, who is this, all god that they have been dealing with. And he's essentially this perfection of humanity that was always meant to be, but was split early on before the Anti-Monitor and the Monitor, and then this other guy, I can't remember his name right now, but he's their third brother. I think he's newly introduced. I don't think he existed before. But these brothers, who are the sons of Perpetua, seal her away behind the Source Wall, which the Justice League broke. Anyways, so other than that, 39 issues that you need to read. There's also things I have heard that Heroes in Crisis and Flash Forward are necessary reading. I have heard, because you need to read Heroes in Crisis to read Flash Forward, but I hear Flash Forward more affects what's been going on in Dark Knight's Death Metal, or what will be going on. Anyways, also, there are other issues of side stories called Hell Risen, which is essentially the Batman Who Laughs versus Apex Lex. Then you need to have read fucking, I think it's the first 6 issues of Batman Superman, and you need to have read the miniseries of Batman Who Laughs. There's a lot of reading involved, and I've gotten through most of it. I'm almost up to date on Justice League. I think I've got maybe 10 issues. Ohio roads are garbage, so again, I apologize. I'm in my truck. Anyways, yeah, there's been a lot of required reading, and I'm almost caught up. Now, Odle is way farther behind on comics than I am. So in order to get ready for this, to bridge that gap, he needs to at least read, like, I think 50 issues worth of comics to this point. Luckily for him, I believe a lot of this stuff is covered in Comicstorian videos, which if you haven't heard of Comicstorian, I would highly suggest checking that out, especially if you find it hard to keep up with all these things going on in comics. It is a great audio way to keep up with these books, Marvel, DC, and sometimes some independent stuff. But yeah, anyways, on YouTube, check that out. So, I know I have not started Dark Knight's Death Metal. Odle may have jumped the gun. But this is a very intriguing thing because this is supposed to completely change the DC universe moving forward, and from what I believe, what I've heard, not in a we're gonna reset the continuity again way, but just as a lot of the stories you know and love and that have been getting back to form are gonna change a bit, and I'm down for it. I know these characters well enough, and there are so many amazing stories out there that you can look up and read or purchase, and there's any number of ways that you can experience and love these characters as they have always been. So when I hear Superman's gonna be rocking a t-shirt and blue jeans and it's his first year on the job, I'm fucking interested. When I hear that Batman is gonna have fucking amnesia and Jim Gordon's gonna be running around in this fucking mech Batman suit, I'm down. Let's do that. For some reason I'm only referencing New 52 things. Yeah, anyways, so I'm very excited to get caught up on this, but I just finished City of Bane, which I felt was necessary reading. I've also put some stuff in there that I felt like had to be read, like the Dark Multiverse books that have been coming out. Like, those are on my list. Like, I've got to read these before I can read Dark Knight's Death Metal. And I just started Flash Forward, which right off the bat seems like it's going to be a crazy interesting tale. I thought it was like Tom King or Scott Snyder or something, some big name associated with it, but I guess not. I can't even remember the name of the guy who is writing it off the top of my head right now. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Holy crap, I thought I'd have more to talk about. Another reason why I really wish Alphaspecter had been on this episode, and I forgot that I have a license plate up in the front of my windshield. And that's, the faster I go, the more that is gonna go, and we're in a 70 zone. So, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and hit pause right now, and we will come back as soon as we reach Alphaspecter. Not Alphaspecter, we left Alphaspecters. Fuck Alphaspecter. As soon as we get to Dr. T. Neal's. And I'm back. So, I just got off the highway. Gonna be at Dr. T. Neal, Travis Herman's house very shortly. If you listen carefully, you might hear my power steering go out in the background. Again, I deeply apologize for this episode. I'm trying something, because honestly, it's kind of hard to get these guys to commit to a specific recording time. And while I know they were having fun with me, they were really frustrating in the attempt to record our next episode. So this was my idea of circumventing that. Hopefully it comes out better once we reach Dr. T. Neal's place. I do know that he is home. He has confirmed that he is home. I sent him a message before I got on the road, and I looked at it very dangerously behind the wheel, and he said, yeah. That was it, though. I did 2 seconds. But that's enough time to break the law. I'm committing a lot of crimes on this episode. Okay, we are coming up on it now. And there's a box truck pulling in there too, so that's cool. That gives me. Alright, you better just stay the fuck out of my way, box truck. You box truck, bitch. Fucking, I'm committing crimes over here. I'll turn into the box truck bandit. You don't even want it. Don't even want it. Alright, ditching the glasses again. Getting out of the truck. And who do I see but Dr. T. Neal, Travis Herman, telling me where I can and cannot park. Dr. T. Neal, say hi to all the Sort of My Podcast listeners.
Howdy.
So this is my idea of circumventing all of the scheduling issues I was coming up against, was I would just drive to everyone's various homes and do the podcast on the road. So, yeah, on the go podcast. So what's up, man? What you been into?
I just finished a couple of different pieces.
Yeah, you're on commission hiatus right now, right?
Yeah.
You're doing like fucking just what I saw the puppet thing you put up, and I loved that. Guys, creative jargon. Go over there. It's on Facebook. It's on the gram. I guess YouTube is coming up.
Well, on Instagram, you'll have to follow Dr. T. Neal.
Oh, that's right.
Facebook. Is
you can
Creative
change
Jargon.
that, by the
It's
way.
No, it's my artist profile. Same way I would use my Twitter. It's my artist profile, but Creative Jargon is kind of the common ground for like all my projects and stuff. That's my work calling. Oh, so yeah. But, I'm not gonna answer that one right now.
Yeah,
and I've also been
hopefully they don't listen to this podcast. I mean, nobody does, so it's a good bet.
Well, I also have different merch. Nice.
I just dropped the phone, but I caught it like a fucking badass.
I got some merch that I've been putting out, and but I've actually been wanting to put these little 6-inch by like 4-inch drawings. They're real quick.
Oh shit, there's one of a wizard here. That's really fucking cool. I've seen this one where you're eating the pellets out of the game console. What the fuck is that? Is that like ant eyes?
It's supposed to be multiple pupils.
Oh, okay. So I don't have my glasses on, man.
Yeah, it's a little funky anyways. But yeah, they're like quick drawings I'll be throwing into with the merch.
And these are going to be, I was going to say, little stickers and shit.
I should have a puppet shirt soon.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be a cool one. I got my my creative jargon fucking pins that I've been putting on all my shit. I got one on my Superman hat. Hey guys, that's comics related. my Superman hat.
Yeah, what podcast is it? Just walk up on me with
we're doing Sort of My Podcast right now.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Comics and all that. Yeah.
That's that one. I already talked about Stargirl, which I was talking about in the SMC chat earlier.
Yeah.
I talked about Dark Knight's death metal and how I can't read it right now, neither can Odle, except for I'm pretty sure he's probably going to cheat, just jump straight ahead to it.
Oh, right.
Even though there's like 50 issues you got to read just to get prepared for it. It's not like Dark Knight's metal, where you can just start it.
Oh, that
like,
was so good,
bunch of shit happens in between Dark Knight's metal and death metal. Especially in Justice League, that you absolutely have to know before you go in.
Yeah, I saw that title coming up, and I'm like, well, I done took too much time off from the story. I lost it.
Dude,
I had her, and she's gone.
I was telling Odle, and I was telling our listeners, Comic Storian has fucking, I'm pretty sure he did the Justice League videos.
He used to send me stuff.
Yeah, I'll try and find those Justice League videos if you're wanting to jump in on death metal, because that's the most important one. There's like 40 issues of Justice League you gotta read between those two.
Nerd related though?
Yeah, what you been up to?
Did I tell you I watched all Solar Opposites? That was good. That's
you were talking about that on the last episode. In the Zoom.
I think I brought up that, and I finished Black Mirror. I just started Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
Just for the hell of it.
What do you think?
Yeah. I'm right in the middle of the first episode. I was taking a smoke break. I didn't expect you to
You're
walk
practically an expert at this point.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Dude, I fucking...
Yeah, all at once.
It's okay. I've committed like 6 crimes on this podcast on this episode already, man. This is the crime episode right
Are
here.
you not allowed to podcast and drive?
Well, I don't know if that's also a crime, but I've admitted to looking at my phone while driving, and I attempted to steal a beer from Odle's house, but he didn't have any more of them. So I've been committing a lot of near crimes.
Nice.
So yeah.
Well, yeah, I did start that show. Bouncing back to the art stuff, though, I also sold this Rango.
Oh yeah, you had that for a while, man.
Yeah, it has a date on it, 2013.
Did you ever sell that Groot, the shadow box one? Because
No,
I still
so
want
good.
that. I don't think you ever gave me a price on it.
Yeah, I've got 100 on it for anybody in person, but 150 if I had to ship it.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
Fucking,
It's a little pricey, but it's one of the bulkier items I got, bro.
It's a great piece, though, man. It's fucking, for those who haven't checked out Creative Jargon by now, within the, 40 seconds we've talked about it, which, I mean, what are you doing? Like, jump on over there. I mean, you can listen to this and check out Creative Jargon.
Just, actually, I think a lot of your links and your tags still say Simple Interesting Visions on them.
You know what?
Yeah.
The new ones I'm not.
To
The new ones I'm not sure.
Gotta update your copy. Of
Yeah, I guess. Oh my god, shit.
I'm just kidding.
You're not wrong.
Well, I've been trying to do that brand change for so long.
Yeah, you were talking about it back when we were doing the podcast before we're doing this closeout run, which is off to a great start.
Yeah.
A really weird Zoom episode, and now this on the road bullshit, which has barely been about nerd news and shit. But no, the fucking Shadowbox thing that we're talking about here, he actually took a piece of wood and drew Groot on it and put it in the Shadowbox with a bunch of accoutrement, fucking sticks and foliage. Yes, foliage. There you go. Yeah. It's really, really cool. It's probably...
It's colored pencil drawing, but I did it with my good ones, bro. I used my Prisma.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, it pops.
Those colors don't run.
I got fake moss.
I don't know why I came back to that.
I got fake moss, but everything else I found out in the wild.
Oh, well, it's fake moss, everyone. Don't worry about it. It's fucking bullshit.
It's all fake.
It's a piece of shit. But it's not even
the moss is fake. The whole thing might as well be fucking fake.
So it's a piece of garbage, basically. You've basically creative trash.
Creative trash.
Creative trash. Hey, that was
Which reminds me, that
was another one that got next before we went on to Creative Jargon.
I'll probably have a trilogy of automatic paintings coming out involving raccoons.
Okay.
And garbage.
The raccoon series.
Yeah. One of them's gonna be a typical garbage head. It's gonna be.
Is that a breed of raccoon? Because I don't know that.
No.
Okay.
No. That's just the way I like to say garbage after reading those memes. He's gonna be playing some video games and vegging now. One of them's gonna be real cute, Puss in Boots style, and then the other one, I may do a fucking stampede of raccoons. I might do. I had a few different ideas, but we'll see. Or actually, I was gonna do the Cherie, the kind of French bandit type.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so I might do a raccoon like that. But yeah, I got that stuff might come up. I did close commissions, but I might bounce to the graphic novel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it forever, man.
That's kind of related, yeah.
Dude, I
have time now.
I'm absolutely in. You want to tag me in, help out with some of the writing? I'm there.
Yeah.
Because I sure as fuck can't do the art.
Well, I can't do
I
all
can
of
tell
it.
the story, though.
I already almost did all of it, so it'd be nice to...
Hey, let's just adapt my still stagnant screenplay tumbling after. We'll just apply that to your dinosaur sci-fi epic.
It might be something. Who knows?
No, anything else you've been doing? I know I've been doing nerd shit, but right now I can't fucking remember, and I keep up with the Sort of My Comics fucking Facebook page.
Oh, there's a few things
and I
forgot
can't
to even
fucking
bring up last episode.
Okay, drop them. It's probably old news, but like, what the fuck else are we doing?
Not really. Depending on when this episode comes out, it might be old. Who knows? I don't know.
This will probably be out like 2 or 3 weeks after we record it.
Bruce Campbell was
I think I know what
for
you're talking about.
Evil Dead 4. He's not gonna act in it.
Yeah. He's definitely gonna be a producer on it. He's gonna have some say in what goes down with it, and he also isn't the video game still on, or something was going down with that too.
I feel like there was a few video games in the air. At least Ash being in other games. An actual Evil Dead game. Stuff like that.
I feel like he should.
I feel bad. I actually didn't get to read the Evil Dead 4 one, but I read in the headline it said he's not gonna act in it. I was like, that's all I need to know. But no, I was happy that I'm still gonna be there for it. I love the remake.
The articles I read made it seem like he's not sure if he's gonna be in it. Like probably not, but it's a maybe.
Yeah. Well, before Ash vs. Evil Dead came out, he's like, no more Ash. I'm done. And then he did it. And then he was, as soon as season 3 ended, I remember reading all the, I'm not going to do any more Ash. Like, that's done.
And then the video game gets announced. It's I guess I'll do the video game.
Yeah. And he's just,
But I've also heard that the main character is supposed to be a female protagonist. And I'm saying, what was the chick's name from Ash vs. Evil Dead?
The actor? Or the character?
Well, the
character's name was Kelly.
Kelly, yes.
Yeah.
I think it should be Kelly.
That would be awesome.
But
season 3 ended with Ash's daughter. So you got
that's true. Oh, you know what? Kelly, Ash's daughter team up movie. There you go. You can do that. Or just Ash's daughter. Any one of those 3 ideas, I'm down for. I don't want a new character. I want it to be connected.
I think I read something about them wanting to connect the remake Evil Dead from 2013 or something like that. Yeah. That girl, that was the star of that
3-way team up, dude. Three-way fucking femme fatale fucking
Evil
3-way.
Dead.
But you got Kelly, you got Ash's daughter, you got remake chick. I'm pretty sure that's her character name. Right there in the credits, man.
Word.
Remake chick, played by Chicky McChickerson. I don't know any of the info there.
I haven't seen her in anything else, but she was really good.
What better thing to return in, you know? I would be totally down for that movie. And then fucking, maybe Ash pops in, he finds a way back from, the future or whatever. I don't know.
That's right, it did end in
cameo thing. Yeah, he's
I did one watch
man.
through season 3, and I was content. And then I've had access to everything else since then, so I'm like, whoa, Yeah. That's why I watched all those crazy shows so far. Man, I started a lot of stuff. I watched a lot of weird movies, like Lodge. You
gotta be careful about that, man. Good. I've recently started going look, motherfucker, you gotta finish some shit. You're almost you're a season and a half almost done with the Clone Wars.
I think I'm up. I'm up to date on everything I was watching. Kinda I watched season 2 of Westworld finally.
See, I haven't seen season 2, and season 3 just finished.
Oh god.
I think. I'm pretty confident.
That's just word.
I'm pretty confident season 3. Yeah, and I want to watch that too. It's fucking but there's a lot of shows like Westworld. I'm probably gonna wait till it finishes. I'm gonna wait till it's done and then I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because there's a lot of shit that I'm watching that's
there's a lot of meat and potatoes there. You know?
Yeah, all the CW shows, man. I'm gonna be keeping up with those until they're done. So
Flash was my favorite one. I kind of bailed on the other ones, but
you should watch Stargirl, dude. That's what I've been talking about.
I like that.
Gonna love it.
Supergirl a lot too. That was so good.
Yeah, and Batwoman, dude. I don't know if we talked about this on the last episode, but Batwoman, fucking Ruby Rose is leaving the character, but they're gonna keep the show going. And the first thing they were thinking about doing was recasting Kate Kane, and now they're going with no, we're gonna introduce a new character. She's gonna become Batwoman, and I'm like, this transition's gonna be a fucking mess, but I hope it's great after that.
Yeah.
Because I already know it's gonna be frustratingly weird, and we're just gonna have to get through it, and then hopefully the show is still good after that, because I really liked that first season.
Yeah.
But Ruby Rose is a fucking movie actress, and she didn't know what she was getting herself into, was the problem.
You gotta be prepared for that. And we would know what we're talking about, you know, as long-time CW stars ourselves.
Yeah, bro.
We got that smolder down, you know.
Well, dude, we've been watching it since what? We've been down since One Tree Hill.
Dude, we've been there since WB, since the Frog was introducing us to each new show.
Do you know about the Frog, dude?
Fucking our viewers are way too young to know about the Frog. We have probably 3 listeners, and they're probably all in their 40s.
One of them is probably part of the podcast.
Yeah, you know what they don't. That's why I don't mind admitting that I'm gonna fucking I'm trying to steal his beer because fucking okay. It was. Dude, it was a Budweiser, it said Budweiser Red Lager Gold on it. And I was like, this is an attractive little special edition little number right here. Let me see what we got. Nothing else. Like, I think he got it as like a fucking build a 6-pack situation. Oh, yeah. Probably that. Because I looked in his fridge and there was another like random type of beer in there, like, and no evidence of a 6-pack anywhere. So, like, that's probably what it was. But he could have had at least enough courtesy to grab 2 of them in case one of his friends stopped by. I won't fucking steal them.
Yeah, that reminds me, man. Let's take a trip inside real quick.
Oh shit, we going inside?
Yeah, real quick.
So we're traveling.
I don't know if you want tabs, but I got tabs.
You know, man, I would like a beer. It's been a long time since I've had Pabst, but I remember it being garbage. But let's give her a try. Let's give her a try, anyways. Well, look, man, I got my ripped blue jeans on. I got my sleeveless T-shirt on. I might as well crack open a Pabst.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Couldn't have gotten some Bush.
That reminds me, I framed the Army of Darkness.
Oh, yeah.
Got that bad boy.
And I've been putting some stuff in frames myself. I got a lot of my... you know what's really frustrating? There's this great... we got it when we went to see Endgame in Columbus. And it's this fucking print... Yeah, so do you remember the print that we got? The fucking We Love You 3000 print?
Oh, I think so. I remember
it was
you
the
guys
fucking,
got, like, buckets.
It was the Iron Man gauntlet, and fucking, and it was all, it looked hand-drawn, like fucking, colored pencil drawn, and it says We Love You 3000. It doesn't even say Avengers Endgame, it just says We Love You 3000.
Yeah, an Iron Man poster,
but here's the fucking thing about it, dude. It's 13 by 19. Nobody makes that frame. It's fucking... I'm thinking about maybe trying to get it taken to like a shop, like a printing shop, and be like, I'll give you $5 just to cut the fucking edges off of this thing so I can put it in a 12 by 18 frame, for fuck's sake.
A print shop.
And then I'm going to say it exactly like that.
They should have those cutting blocks, whatever word.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like... And if anyone should be professional enough to get it even on each side, like, a fucking printing shop should be able to handle this. I think $5 is a good profit for, like, what, 3 seconds worth of work? I don't know.
Yeah,
you know what? Preemptively fuck those assholes, because they're gonna turn me down.
Normally, I don't think they would, take that service anyway.
Yeah, that's not a great beer.
No, it's not.
It's not as bad as I remember it being, though.
Oh, this morning, I posted a really old video, I remember, of Owen Wilson skateboarding on one of the Yeah Right videos. It was a girl skateboards video called Yeah Right. And Owen Wilson has a section in there where he does a blunt slide down her handrail, all kinds of stuff. And I was like, dude, you know that's not real, right? And he's like, huh? But it's a really good written part. Spike Lee, actually, I think.
Oh, I
wrote
just
the dialogue
watched Black Klansman today.
Yeah,
fucking
it's
great
coming full
movie.
circle now.
Fantastic movie. I highly suggest that to anyone who slept on it.
Oh, wait.
I didn't get to see it in theaters, but I finally got to watch it.
The name I was thinking of was Spike Jones. He wrote the dialogue.
Still a great...
Owen Wilson talking about skateboarding in just a segment where it just looks like a hand cam, like they're hanging out, and then he starts doing some tricks. Turns out Spike Jones wrote the dialogue for it. I didn't know it was that
I can't believe you got Spike Lee mixed up with Spike. Well, first of all,
I read the name this morning.
The tip-off,
oh yes.
The tip-off should have been like, Spike Lee did a fucking skate video with Owen Wilson?
I don't even think Spike Jones did the video. I don't know why he would write the dialogue.
But still, it would be so... It's still so far-fetched that it would be Spike Lee.
Yeah, I think it was I knew it was fake years ago in high school, but now I'm finding out even more about it.
Okay, so here's here's what I need you to do now, because I was going to do this at Odle's.
Yeah.
But again, he wasn't home, the prick. So he's sitting this episode out. Or maybe I'll just have you do this with him, too. I need you to get Bobb on the phone. Do you got...
Oh, try it out?
Yeah. Because I can't dial people while audio recording.
Yeah.
And let me make sure this doesn't have some sort of, like... Okay, no, we're still rolling. I didn't know if it had some sort of limit or whatever.
Actually, 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, go ahead and see if you can't get Bobbert Collins on the line there. And speakerphone his ass.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Can't hear it.
You cannot hear it. Are you, like, connected to a Bluetooth or something?
No.
Come on, Bobbert Collins. Come on. He probably thinks it's really weird that you're dialing him. Because I don't know how often you call Bob.
Hey, babe. Travis is calling me. What do I do?
Pretty sure somebody's in trouble.
This has never happened before, bro.
Yeah, he's not answering.
Wait, no, I used to call him all the time.
See if you can get Odle on. Because we've been ringing him for a second here. Okay. You're connected to the internet.
Yeah.
You got service, right?
Yeah. Don't be worried about me, bro.
You got.
Don't worry about what I got.
I keep assuming people have service, and they don't.
That's true. Yeah.
It keeps happening. So now I just check. I'd rather insult you than fucking make that assumption one more time. It's driving me insane.
All right, now we got Odle going.
All right, let's get Odle on the line here. Why can you not hear it? That's crazy.
I can feel it going.
Yeah. That's nuts. So you can hear it. You can hear it. Just the slightest little bit.
It's a new phone. I bet when they talk it would be louder.
Piece of shit's not going to answer either, is he?
This episode is a whole lot of me getting calls and ignoring them, and then calling people and getting ignored.
So, okay, just to fucking, like, put this into perspective, like, Travis is in this group message, too, and he can vouch for every time, which was like 3 or 4 times, I tried to set up something for this week for us all to record. It was always met with a, like, yes. Or like a Wednesday noonteenth.
Yeah, we can do it on the 32nd.
Yeah, fucking like shit like that. So I got that shit for days and days. And so then this idea popped into my head, and even now I can't. I can only get one of these guys.
One of these fellas.
Only one of these motherfuckers. It is so hard. This is why the podcast ended so abruptly, because it was so difficult to get everyone.
Yeah, everybody's spaced out. I much needed, but I definitely wanted to come back and do some stuff.
Yeah.
We're
still gonna be doing Suds and Bloods once this all comes to a close. Odle is fucking prepping for
the boys are back.
Uh-oh.
My roommates just pulled in.
Odle is prepping for our MCU retrospective episodes that we're gonna have.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man. Fucking.
That's right. I forgot we were doing that.
Yeah. I guess we can announce it on this shitty episode. But yeah, our final 4 episodes are gonna be this: 3 episodes spanning the 3 phases of the MCU, doing a retrospective for each phase. And if anything big happens, we'll talk about that too, like nerd news wise. Anything, but it has to be big.
Yeah. I'm all caught up on the movies now.
Yeah. And then our final episode.
Because I think while we were doing this, I didn't even see like Captain Marvel. I saw the newer Spider-Man.
Probably a couple like odd and end ones, like probably Thor 2 or something. I don't know what you hadn't seen, but I know there's probably sparse, like,
I'm all
random ass ones.
Up to date. Oh, well, some of them were DC movies I had to watch too.
Yeah. But yeah, no, our last episode is going to be a SMP retrospective.
Yeah.
The Bondage Master just came through. Ryan Bond. Came up with that one off the top of my noodle.
Descendant in Bondage.
It sounds like a villain name, though. Like a superhero villain, the Bondage Master. Mm-hmm.
Like, something they would have come up with in the 40s before bondage had, like, the association it does now. Like how they used to say boner all the time.
Oh, yeah. And that reminds me, how, not specifically that, but how we were talking about Pokemon Go on the last episode.
Oh, yeah.
Odle
I heard some new shit's been going down.
Odle actually ended up sending me a few gifts on there, like, the next day. Like, yeah, that's right, I know you play, boy.
Yeah. I heard there were some new updates, but I didn't care to find out what they were.
Oh, it's pretty wild.
I remember they fucking... Oh! You know what we could talk about? You know what we didn't talk about on the last episode, and news came out in between? Fucking Pokemon Snap, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. Because, it came out, like, the next couple days.
Yeah. Just a couple days afterwards, they fucking announced the new Pokemon Snap. I can't believe this is the episode we're going to talk about it on.
Yeah.
And look, this is buried in there, too. Like, we're 42 minutes into this bad boy.
Pokemon
So that news is buried.
I think it was just titled New Pokemon Snap, right?
Yeah. But it looked... Well, what they showed was
like a
not
remake.
Game footage. No, it's not a remake. Did you not watch the trailer?
I thought a remake was still different than a reboot.
A reboot is... okay, this is how I understand
You know what
it.
I mean?
Remake is when you take the original...
Because they didn't call it Pokemon Snap 2.
Well, okay, here's a good example. Keep it in the world of Pokemon. A remake is Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green opposed to Red and Blue. Fire Red and Leaf Green are Red and Blue, but just updated for, like, new graphics and console capabilities. And then you've got Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Again, that's Red and Blue, but it's revamped and some of the mechanics have been changed to get kids into doing it on the Switch.
Whatever they want to call it.
And then you got, like, Heart Gold Soul Silver is Gold and Silver. Fucking remake. Same fucking game, just updated, and I love it. It's my favorite fucking Pokemon game. But this is not that. See, they did do that with Pokemon Snap for the Wii or the Wii U or whatever. They just took the same game and, like, cleaned it up and made it prettier. Yeah. But it's the same exact game. It's just the remake.
Right.
Now, a reboot is a revitalization of the franchise, starting from the beginning and working your way back through, like the Spider-Man franchise. Amazing Spider-Man is a reboot to Spider-Man.
Well, technically,
Spider-Man Homecoming is a reboot.
These other Pokemon and other gens have been around technically the entire time. So,
yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about that though is that, like,
I hate that idea.
The first,
and they've always been around. How come it took so fucking long to find?
The first mistake we're making here is by, like, trying to piece together the continuity of Pokemon, because it is fucked up.
Let's just get back to the roots.
Ash has been 10 for 20 years. Yeah. So...
But the game...
But no, the way I've always understood it, my personal fucking headcanon is fucking... The Pokemon have always been like...
it's podcast, buddy.
Yeah. Pokemon have always been
it's
like...
It's the first time you've ever had skateboarding audio on a podcast.
Yeah, we got a little background noise skateboard. Hell yeah.
That kickflip? Ooh, so good.
No, fucking, it's like... Yeah, I don't know what you call it, but that was...
That's called a boneless.
That was a boneless.
Yeah, dude. Boneless is old school. But it was a game. It was a trailer, like a demo, graphics demo, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it was a trailer, basically. Like, not gameplay trailer, so it didn't actually show off any footage from the fucking game.
And before I noticed that, I was dissecting every scene already. I was like, okay, so you can get Baneri and this other Pokemon on top of a, I can't remember the other one's name.
There were Pokemon on top of tortoises.
But what it meant...
I don't know all their names anymore.
What it meant for me was, these are ways to boost your points in your photograph. Because if you have 3 different Pokemon... Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was dissecting the video.
Exactly. No, I did the exact same...
I was like, okay, so you can do this, and
this is why I'm glad it's me and you.
You can evolve that.
This is why I'm glad it's me and you talking about this. Because when I was introducing Vinny Wise, your nephew, my son, Vinny, and his friend to Pokemon Snap last weekend or whatever... They didn't really care at all, by the way. He did give a shit.
Fucking picture game?
Yeah.
But I found myself describing to them the nuances of why you need to try and get this photo, why this is special, what like the special technique is, and everything.
Oh yeah.
And there's like a fucking science to try and get the best photos. And I finally unlocked during this, and I fucking sent a message to you guys to rub it in your face. I finally figured out how to get 3 Lapras in one picture with one right up front big. Like, because you always had that one photo that was so dominant of that one Lapras with its head kind of curled to the side, and it was a badass photo.
I think they actually used that photo for the official Pokemon.
Exactly, yes. Made a lot of money off of that photo. But no, I finally got basically that photo, but with 2 other Lapras in the back. And so I finally beat your fucking Lapras.
Damn,
oh, Vin beat your Kangaskhan photo, by the way. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot of technique to the game too, and I'm hoping that they like expand upon that. That it's not just the same mechanics, but there's new elements to those mechanics and new qualifications to get extra points, and just a little more detailed of a game. But there's gonna be shit tons of Pokemon. I'm
going down the list, so I'm like looking at the best Pokemon photos ever. But of course, being on Google image searches, I found Rule 34 versions.
Right.
To keep it peaceful.
As you do.
Yeah. I like that Squirtle.
Oh damn.
Totally getting down, dude.
Fuck. Yeah, no, and then after they gave up on the game, I played it for like another hour.
So people are finding their old Pokemon Snap photos and finding them funny. That's pretty hilarious.
I need to go through. I don't know if because you can album mark photos on the old game, so we can look at some of those. But I don't know if you can go back and look at the ones that Oak was like, this is the shit.
He says that?
Oh my god. No, but I did get reminded of something he does do. Like, your fucking photograph gets like 200 points and it loses out against like a fucking 3,000 point photo, and it's like, you were close. Fuck you, Oak. Don't you lie to me. Don't you patronize me, you piece of shit.
Totally trying to soften the blow.
Yeah, right? I'm not dumb, okay? No, I'm very excited for that new fucking Pokemon Snap.
I spent so much time with that game. Like, I feel like that was one of my
We
favorites.
played the shit out of that. And that is like... Yeah. I have it. Your name is the name of the character on there, but that was like kind of our game. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the character's name is Travis on the game. But that was our game. And
I recall...
We turned it into a competition.
How many times did we turn it into a new file, you know what I mean? Like, how many times did we,
you can't do that with, I don't know how many times we restarted it, but you can't do, like, save slots.
Yeah,
like,
that's
it's just a one core game.
So I don't think that would have even been our first run through.
Probably not.
But it was the last one.
But this is the one that we've kept going for years, and, like, occasionally, like, very rarely, especially these days. The last time we did it probably was within the latter half of a decade. We'll get together.
2000s.
We'll get together and actually fucking play the game on occasion. We did a Suge Knights Live, another shit attempt at doing something everyone else does. No,
I don't think so.
But we played it as a group, and none of us could fucking beat your photos.
Oh wow!
And then over that last weekend, we beat like 4 of them.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe round 3. I don't know.
Fuck yeah! Come out to the house, man. But no, what are you hoping for from the game? Like any anything you would add?
I want to know how many gens they're going to cover.
It's probably going to have a smattering of everything.
How many legendaries are going to be in that thing?
I would be disappointed if they don't at least have a smattering of everything from every gen all the way up to this newest.
Because like the first Pokemon Snap, not all 151 Pokemon are in there. Aerodactyl's not in it, I don't think. Kabuto, Omnistar, all those.
I don't think any of the fossil Pokemon are.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
At all. Because you can see that the fossil Pokemon are constellations in the Rainbow Way or whatever it is. The fossil Pokemon.
Oh,
when you take the pictures of Mew, they're constellations in the sky.
Oh, so maybe everybody gets an honorable mention at the end. What was that?
No, I don't think it's everyone. I think it's just those fossil Pokemon.
Why? I don't get it.
I don't know.
Well, Mew's an ancient,
but they did have a shit ton.
Pokemon too, so he's like fossil.
I mean, Mewtwo's not in the game or anything like that either. There's a lot of Pokemon that left out.
Yeah, but you get to take a picture of Mewtwo as the glaring rocks, remember?
Oh,
You
yeah!
have to get, like,
that.
all 9 of the secret photos.
Yeah.
You have to throw the mystery ball, the gas ball or whatever it's called.
Pester Ball.
Pester Ball. Couldn't think of that. You throw that into, like, a smog-filled thing, and then a coughing gas comes out.
Right.
And
That's
you take a picture of that.
I forgot about the hidden photos.
Yeah, so I hope they do those, like mystery photos, I guess is what they're called, like mysteries.
Yeah.
Because you have to take them all, and then you unlock you unlock the next area. I think that's
how you get to Rainbow. I don't even think it's called Rainbow Wave. It's called Rainbow something.
Definitely ain't Rainbow Road. Tell you that.
Definitely rainbows. There are rainbows.
That's Super Mario or Mario Kart. Rainbow Road.
Yeah. That's a fucking. That's a goddamn track.
Yeah.
One of them goddamn.
What else would they have? I want to see all the evolutions that they'll do.
Yeah.
Because you're able to evolve Slowpoke in the old one. You were able to evolve or Grimer into Muck.
You were able to evolve Charmander into Charmeleon, then a later Charmeleon into Charizard. The only of any of the starter Pokemon that got an evolution in that game, by the way, because there's no Wartortle or Blastoise, there's no Ivysaur or Venusaur.
And it's really cool, but then it's not a very grandiose thing. Like, I think unlocking Moltres, but you have to do that at the very beginning of that path is a little more epic.
I hope they lay on the fucking, like, little techniques and tricks to get certain photos and shit, like Pikachu on the surfboard.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's the stuff I want to see.
Yeah, I want more of that. I want them to fucking just wish fulfill all of the ones that they ever wanted to fucking do.
Yeah.
Like, and from that trailer, it looks like there's going to be a lot of things like, hey, look at these, like, 3 Pokemon hanging out on top of that tortoise grass final evolution guy. Torterra, yes.
Yeah.
Fucking, I knew it was Tor something.
It got me.
I don't know. It fucking looks great, though. I hope they add a few more, like, items, too.
Yeah. Items. I hope they have, the flute.
You gotta have the flute. You gotta have the pester ball. And it looks
apples.
They showed the apples in the fucking thing.
That's classic.
Blastoise is. Oh man, Blastoise is gonna be in that fucking game, dude.
Maybe.
It's gonna be cool. No, they showed. Well, I mean, they showed him in that trailer at least.
Exactly. But you said.
But you never know.
Like at the beginning, you said it not
actual game footage.
Yeah,
so you never know.
Who knows who they're gonna stick with?
And I hope they have more than there were like 8 or 9 courses.
Want to see my boy Lucario in there, dude?
Hell yeah,
he's a good one.
Yeah. I want to see Ho-Oh and Lugia.
You know what would be cool? What if they like throw in like shinies and stuff?
Fuck.
What if there's like 2 different kinds of the same Pokemon?
What if the code was set up that you could like the next time you go through this course?
That's a way more epic photo too.
Yeah.
Like,
what if every Pokemon can have like a shiny form, but it's kind of randomized
when you turn on the map?
Yeah, once you can go through and like
that would be so much fun.
See a Pichu in its normal colors, and then the second time you go through, the code was like, "Oh, let's make Pichu."
Because then you still have a reason to keep replaying those levels.
But you gotta make it rare as fuck. No, you gotta make it rare as fuck because I don't want a different color Pokemon every time I go through.
That's kind of how
I
it
want to
is.
Be surprised.
In Pokemon Go, they've done really good, but they like give you enough of them to keep you going.
Yeah.
Like I think I have about 80 now, but I've been playing since 2016.
Right.
So,
I think I had like 3 or 4
in 4 years. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's enough to keep you going.
I'm hoping there's going to be a lot more courses too. Cause there were like 8 courses in the last game, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping like a minimum of like 12. I'm hoping for a minimum.
Yeah, I was
gonna
say I really want a lot of them.
I want like 30. A minimum of 12.
I'm actually hoping it's open world, and you just never stop traveling.
Look, you're never gonna get me to stop talking about an open world Pokemon game. I don't care if it's Snap or a core game.
Open world Snap.
I'm down, dude. I want it.
Oh my
How
God.
fucking great would that game be?
Now, yeah.
Fuck whatever this next game's gonna be.
Man.
Now I want that.
Now we have two really good open world games. One that's based around Snap, and one that's just regular open world.
Well, that's based around like the fucking core series.
Yeah.
And it's gotta be called Ultimate Version. Even though they've dropped version from the title like years ago.
Yeah.
Bring it back. Ultimate Version.
Open world stadium, dude.
Open world.
Stadium.
You just run around the fucking arena.
It's all in arena, dude.
Open world, but the
there's
world
mini
is only
games.
as big as that arena.
There's mini games. There's just so much to do there, dude.
Yeah. Well, and wasn't there like, wasn't it like a fucking Disney
games,
World like park? Like the way the map is set up, there's the main arena, but there's like all these other
actually, it is.
station type things.
It's
So
like
I
a
just-
city. It's like a Pokemon
Yeah,
city.
just make it fucking like open world to that extent. You walk around the stadium city or whatever the
and the
fuck it's called.
storyline revolves around the city.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, give it a fucking core story. I'm in for that. But also give it the elements of just like being able to jump into a stadium battle.
Hey, that's not good news.
What happened? Hey,
Sister's house like fucking.
oh shit!
Burnt.
If you didn't hear him, his sister's house burnt down.
He said half of it.
Half of it.
Luckily, it's like half burnt. So.
And on that news, I think we'll go ahead and end the podcast. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening. As always, you can check out all of our stuff down in the description below, whether it's Subject to Change Entertainment on Instagram, Twitter, which I never keep up with, Facebook page. Dr. T. Neal's Creative Jargon is on Facebook, but you can also check him out personally on the Instagram and the Twitter. Again, all down in the description below. My name is Vincent Herman, Vin The Human.
Travis Sermon, Dr. T. Neal.
And cue that open world outro music. I thought I could do the Pokemon Snap song. I couldn't remember it.